1. Introduction. My name is Gina. I am a woman who is 58 years old. For many years, I worked hard. I started my own business from nothing. It was not easy, but I learned a lot every day. Now, my company is big and successful. Many people in the city know my name. They respect me for my hard work and for what I have built. I am proud of my achievements in my career. My office is on a high floor in a tall building in the city center. I have hundreds of employees. From the outside, my life looks perfect to everyone. However, despite my professional success, my personal life felt empty. My big house was often quiet and cold. I lived there alone. I had no family living close to me. I had some good friends, but my evenings were mostly spent by myself. I often thought about love and companionship. I wanted a partner, someone special to share my life with, someone to talk to laugh with, to simply be with. As the years passed, I started to believe that love was not possible for me anymore. I thought I was too old to find true love or a deep connection. This thought made me sad sometimes. I had everything in terms of work and money, but my heart wanted more. It wanted warmth, affection, and a real emotional connection. One evening, I went to a charity party. It was a big and important event with many people from business and society. I wore a beautiful dress and tried to smile, but inside, I still felt a little lonely. Then, I saw him across the room. His name was Gregory. He was a much younger man, about 30 years old. He was tall, and he had a bright and kind smile. He looked very charming and confident. He walked directly towards me and started to talk. His voice was friendly and warm, and he had a pleasant way of speaking. He looked at me with great interest, as if I was the most important person in the room. He listened carefully when I spoke, asking thoughtful questions. Gregory made me feel truly special. He paid attention to me in a way that no one had done in a very long time. He complimented my intelligence and my style. He made me feel young again, not just in my mind, but in my heart. His eyes showed a real and deep interest. He laughed at my jokes, and his laughter was genuine. He made me feel seen, truly seen, for the first time in many years. It was a new and wonderful feeling, a warm sensation in my chest. I felt a strong spark of hope. Maybe, just maybe, love was not gone for me after all. Gregory made me think that a brand new chapter could begin for me. He brought a new light into my quiet and lonely life. This meeting was very important. It changed my thoughts about my future. I felt a new sense of excitement, something I had not felt in a very long time. This feeling was a sign of new possibilities. 2. A new friend. Gregory made me feel very different. After the party, I felt a new energy inside me. He looked at me with focused attention. His eyes were always on me, as if no one else was in the room. He told me I was beautiful. He said I was smart and strong. These words were like sweet music to my ears. I had not heard such kind words in many years. He made me laugh often with his funny stories. He listened carefully when I spoke. He made me feel young again, full of life and new hope. It was a feeling I thought I would never have again. Gregory began to pursue me. He called me every day, sometimes twice a day. He always wanted to know about my day and my plans. He sent beautiful flowers to my office and my home. Big bouquets of red roses, white lilies, and other bright flowers filled my rooms with color and a sweet smell. Every day there was a new surprise, a new gift, a new message. He wrote little notes with the flowers, saying how much he admired me and thought of me. He made me feel like I was the only person in his world. His attention was complete and strong, making me feel truly special. People started to talk. They saw us together at restaurants. They saw us walking hand in hand in the park. They knew I was 58 years old and Gregory was 30. Whispers followed us everywhere. Some people looked at me with surprise. Others looked with judgment. They talked about our big age difference. They said things behind their hands, thinking I could not hear, but I decided not to listen to them. Their opinions did not matter to me. What mattered was how Gregory made me feel. His consistent kindness and sweet words began to change my heart. I had always been careful with people and my feelings. I had learned to trust only myself after many years. But Gregory was different from anyone I had met before. He was always there for me. He always made me feel good and happy. He never forgot to call. He never forgot to send a message. He always remembered small things I said. Slowly, I started to believe his words completely. I started to trust that his feelings for me were real and true. I thought that maybe this was a new chance for deep happiness and lasting love in my life. I started to open my heart to him without fear. 3. My heart is happy. Gina told herself to be careful. Her mind knew there were reasons to be careful. People still whispered about her and Gregory. The age difference between them was big, but her heart did not want to listen to caution. It wanted to be happy. It wanted to feel this new joy. She found it hard to be careful when Gregory was around. Gregory continued to be kind and attentive. He always opened car doors for her. He pulled out her chair at restaurants. He smiled at her with such warmth. He often told her she was special. He said she deserved all the good things in life. He spoke of a future together. It would be a future full of joy and laughter, he said. His promises filled her mind. His voice was always soft when he spoke to her, but his eyes showed a strong feeling, a deep passion. When he looked at her, Gina felt a fire inside her heart. He said that age did not matter for true love. He said their connection was strong and real. Gregory made her feel like the most important person in the world. His passionate words won her over. she felt like a new person. She felt young again, full of life. She had not felt this way in many, many years. The loneliness she had known for a long time started to go away. Gregory filled her days with calls and messages. He filled her thoughts with dreams and happy plans. He was always there, making her feel seen and loved. After several weeks of spending time together, Gina knew she was falling in love. It was a very strong feeling. She started to trust him completely. She began to share deep parts of herself with him. She told him about her past, her hopes, and her biggest dreams for the future. She even spoke about her fears, too. He listened carefully to everything she said. He made her feel understood. He always said he would protect her. He promised he would never, ever hurt her. He said their love would be forever. He said they would build a wonderful life together. Gina believed him with all her heart. She felt safe with him. She thought she had finally found the love she had always wanted. Her heart was truly happy. She believed Gregory would be with her always and that he would keep all his promises. 4. We get married. One evening, something wonderful happened. Gregory and I were together, enjoying the soft lights of the city. It was a beautiful night. Gregory looked at me with his kind eyes. He always made me feel like I was the most important person. Then he did something that surprised me. He took a small box from his pocket. My breath caught as he opened it. Inside, a beautiful, shining ring lay there. My heart beat very fast, a joyful rhythm. Gregory went down on one knee. He looked up at me, his face serious and loving. His voice was soft, but his words were strong and clear. He said, "Gina, will you marry me?" I was 58 years old and he was 30. For a moment I thought about our age, but it quickly left my mind. I did not think about what others might say. I felt like a young girl, filled with pure happiness. My heart was full of joy. A big smile spread across my face, and I said, "Yes, yes, I will marry you." It was the happiest moment I had felt in a very long time. I could not stop smiling. After he proposed, we talked about our future. Some friends later asked me about a prenuptial agreement. This is a paper that protects money if a marriage ends, but I did not want one. I trusted Gregory completely, with all my heart. I believed in our love more than anything. I thought our love was strong enough, stronger than any paper. I did not need a contract to show our love. Our love was real, and I believed it would last forever. I did not want to think about bad things happening. I only wanted to think about our happy life together. So I decided not to have a prenuptial agreement. I felt very confident in our love. We decided to plan our wedding very quickly. We did not want to wait. We were eager to become husband and wife, to start our new life. The wedding was fast, but it was also very beautiful and full of love. We invited only our closest friends and family. During the ceremony, some people looked at us with surprise. They whispered softly to each other. Maybe they talked about our age or how quickly everything happened. But I did not care about their whispers. I felt immense pride. I was marrying the man I loved, the man who made me feel special and truly seen. He made me feel complete. On our wedding day, I truly felt that my life was finally perfect. I had worked hard for many years and had built a successful company and a big house. But there had always been something missing, a deep loneliness. Now, with Gregory by my side, I felt whole and truly happy. I believed that my life had found its missing piece in him. I believed I would be happy with him forever. This was the start of a wonderful new life. It was a life full of love, joy, and companionship. I looked at Gregory, my new husband, and a deep sense of peace filled me. My dreams had come true. I was no longer lonely. I was loved, and this, I thought, was my happy ending. 5. Things are different. The first months of our marriage were sweet. We spent much time together. Gregory was loving and kind. Our home felt full of joy. I believed my life was perfect. But slowly, something started to change. It was not a sudden change, but a quiet one. I began to notice small differences in Gregory's behavior. The happy early days of our marriage began to fade like an old photograph. Gregory became distant. He did not look at me with the same warm eyes. He stopped calling me the sweet names he used to say. His words were no longer soft and full of love. He seemed to be thinking about other things. When I tried to talk about our feelings or our future, he would quickly change the topic. He preferred to talk about my business, my company, or my money. This made me feel strange. He had never been so interested in my finances before. He started to spend more nights out of the house. He always had new excuses. Sometimes he said he had a late meeting with important people. Other times, he said he was with old friends from his past. He would come home very late, often after midnight. Sometimes, he did not come home at all until the next morning. I would wait for him alone in our big house. The house felt very empty without him there. I missed his presence. I missed our time together in the evenings. Gregory also began to buy many new things. He bought expensive suits and watches. He used my credit cards for these purchases. He did not ask me first. This was a new habit. When I wanted to talk about love, he wanted to talk about money. He seemed more interested in my wealth than in our life together. Gregory also started to get angry easily. He would begin arguments over very small things. A misplaced item, a forgotten errand, or a simple question could make him shout. The man who once made me laugh so often now made me feel sad. His voice became loud, and his face would turn red. I did not understand why he was so unhappy. I tried to talk to him calmly, but it was difficult. He did not want to listen. I felt a growing sadness in my heart. The joy I had felt after our wedding slowly disappeared. I remembered how he proposed, how full of love he seemed. Now, those memories felt far away. I often sat alone, thinking about what had happened. I wondered why Gregory had changed so much. I felt confused and hurt. I tried to make things better. I cooked his favorite meals. I tried to surprise him with small gifts, but nothing seemed to work. He seemed to pull away more and more each day. The man I married was becoming a stranger. My dreams of a happy life together were starting to break. I felt alone again, even with a husband in the house. 6. A sad surprise. Gina had felt a deep sadness for many weeks. Gregory was often out. He did not talk to her much. She felt a coldness in her big house. Her heart told her something was wrong. One evening, Gregory said he was going to meet friends. Gina watched him leave. A strange feeling came over her. She felt she needed to know the truth. She decided to follow him. She put on her coat quickly. She took her car keys. She drove slowly, keeping a good distance behind his car. Her hands were shaking a little. She hoped she was wrong. The night was dark and quiet. She followed him through the city streets. He drove to a busy part of town. He parked his car near a bar. Gina parked her car further down the street. She got out and walked quietly towards the bar. She looked inside through the window. She saw Gregory. He was sitting at a small table. He was not alone. A young woman was with him. The woman was laughing. Gregory was smiling. He was holding her hand. It was the same way he used to hold Gina's hand. He looked happy, just like he looked happy with Gina in the beginning. Gina felt a sharp pain in her chest. Her heart broke into many pieces. She stood there, frozen. All the sweet words Gregory said, all the promises he made, they were lies. She saw the truth clearly now. He never loved her. He never wanted her heart. He only wanted her money. He had played a game. He had used her. He had seen her as a way to get rich. Tears came to Gina's eyes, but she stayed silent. She felt a deep sadness, but also anger. It was a quiet strength. She had been a woman in love, blind to the truth, but she was also a strong businesswoman. She had worked hard all her life. She had built her company from nothing. She was not weak. This sad surprise was a hard lesson. But it would not break her. She would protect herself. She would show him that she was not just a woman with money. She was a woman with power. 7. My plan. After I saw Gregory with another woman, my heart felt very sad, but I decided not to be a hurt wife. I remembered I am Gina, a strong businesswoman. I built my company with hard work. I would act like a smart businesswoman, not a woman with a broken heart. I started my plan quietly. Gregory saw no change in me. I kept my face calm and did not cry. I thought about my company and my money. Gregory wanted to take everything. I would not let him. This was my life's success. My first step was to call my lawyer. I met her in a secret place. We talked for many hours. I told her everything about Gregory. She listened carefully. She helped me find ways to protect my money and my company. We made a careful plan. We prepared new papers for my business and my bank accounts. It was important to do everything correctly. Gregory knew nothing about my plan. He still thought he was clever and had power over my money. One day, I asked him to sign some new papers. I told him they were important business documents for our future. Gregory did not read them carefully. He just signed them quickly. He thought these papers were good for him, but he was wrong. These papers gave me back full control of my company. They gave me back all my money. Every penny was mine again. After he signed, I moved my money to safe bank accounts. I changed the names on all my business accounts. My company was mine again, completely safe. Gregory did not know this for some time. He still thought he was rich from my money. But slowly, things changed for him. When he tried to get money from the bank, they refused him. When he tried to use my credit cards, they did not work. He could not buy expensive things. Gregory had many young friends and other young women. They liked him because he had money. But when his pockets became empty, these friends and women left him. They did not want to be with him without money. His charm was useless now. He had nothing left. My plan worked. I was no longer a sad wife. I was a strong businesswoman ready for a new beginning. 8. A new life. One morning, Gregory came to the house. He was very angry. He shouted loudly for money. His face was red. He demanded to know where his share was, believing he still had a right to her money. Gina stood tall. She looked at him with calm eyes. Her voice was steady. She did not shout back or show fear. "Gregory," she said, "I gave you my love. You gave me only lies. Now I give you nothing." Her words were strong. Gregory's angry face became pale. He looked shocked. He could not believe what he heard. He had thought Gina was weak and would always give him what she wanted. He was wrong. Gina then told him, "You must leave my house. You must leave now." She pointed to the door. Gregory stood still for a moment. The anger left him. A deep shock took its place. He understood his games were over. There was no more money or power for him here. He had lost everything. He turned slowly and walked to the door. He opened it and stepped outside. He left Gina's house forever. He never came back. After he left, the big house felt quiet. Gina stood alone. She felt a little pain in her heart. This pain came from the hard lesson of being used by someone she loved. But with the pain, she also felt strong freedom. She felt light, like a heavy weight was lifted. She was free from his lies, his demands, his control. Gina walked through her large house. She felt new strength inside her. She was not broken. She was Gina, the strong businesswoman. She had made a mistake, but she learned from it. She had protected herself, her money, and her pride. She understood that true happiness did not come from another person. It did not come from someone who only wanted money. She found happiness again in herself. She found